and welcome to today's episode of The Daily Blend. I am your host, AC, and we are joined in studio today by our friend, Robert Ricketts, who is the owner of ITCOMO. How are you, Robert?
Doing well. Thanks for having me back, AC.
Oh, absolutely. Always good to see you. And so today, we're talking about comfort and productivity.
Right.
Okay. Ergonomics?
Yes.
Okay. What does ergonomics mean?
So it's just a study of how humans interact with their stuff. You know, having a good desk and the situation that you're working in doesn't make you sore and tired, but keeps you comfortable.
Yeah. Do you know how when in COVID, probably when everybody was like at their desk, and I was in the office and I kept wondering what was wrong with me, why I felt I was sore, my shoulders were hurting, I had a headache, and it was probably sitting hunched over in the wrong chair for all those hours.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't like that. So tell me what I need to do so that I don't feel that way.
Well, as you can imagine, I see a lot of clients, a lot of commercial clients. So folks are sitting at a desk all day, maybe at a monitor. They're a receptionist perhaps, or an accountant. People are at their desk for many, many hours a day. So yeah, humans really weren't built to do that.
Right.
So there's things that we can do to mitigate the discomfort that comes from sitting at a desk poking on little buttons all day. So first of all, it's just having a good posture.
Yeah.
So, and that's going to be aided by the chair, the kind of desk you use, how high it is, a separate keyboard tray, things that where the furniture is comporting to you and not you contorting yourself to the furniture. And so on my website, ITCOMO.com, I do have an article all about comfort and productivity. It talks about the kind of desks that you might have. So, but that's just one component.
Okay.
So you need a good chair also.
Yes.
And I don't mean a $100 chair at Staples.
Yeah.
But good chairs are expensive.
Okay.
So the Herman Miller Aeron chair, for example, is an excellent chair. It has a what we call a mesh bench, meaning it ventilates through the part you sit on.
Okay.
The back part ventilates as well, so you can actually see through it.
Okay.
So keeps you cool.
Yes.
It doesn't bottom out. You've probably sat on an 8-year-old chair before. Know what that feels like?
I have.
So a good chair will also help keep you comfortable during the day. We're adjustable height, adjustable leaning back or forward, lumbar support, armrest, maybe even a headrest.
Yeah.
All features of a good chair.
I don't have a chair that's that good.
Yeah.
I need to be looking for a different one. Okay. I got it. A good chair, a good desk. Okay. Good posture. I got those.
Right.
Okay.
So, and a good computer.
A good computer.
So, I mean, that's where the IT part comes in.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean a computer that's fast enough to get your job done.
Okay.
That's not 8 or 10 years old and kind of sluggish, and you're waiting for things to happen. That's aggravating.
It is.
So a good computer is going to be one that's no more than just a few years old, maybe having 2 monitors side by side, which can kind of double the amount of real estate you have for doing your job, not closing and opening so many windows. That's pretty useful.
Yeah, it is. And I guess I've never thought about it in that way, that if your computer's old and it's slow,
right?
Because, I mean, an old, slow computer really is the worst.
Yes.
And you're just waiting and waiting on things that really should not take as long.
That's right. And that builds aggravation, which can also be aggravated by physical discomfort.
Okay, that's smart.
And then folks that are on the phone all day or a good part of the day. For instance, I do a lot of remote support. So I may be on the phone 3 or 4 hours at a time. And I'm not going to be holding the phone like this. So a headset with a speaker, kind of like what you're wearing now when you're mic'd up for the show. That way your hands are free. You can work on the computer, which is kind of necessary doing remote support. And you can talk and hear at the same time.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Cause I mean, even now that, like I have a Apple phone, but they have the AirPods. Oh, my kids kill me for calling them earbuds. That's not what they are. They're AirPods.
Right.
And I have them in my ear. So now if I get a phone call, Robert, I'm like, hold on, I got to get my AirPods on. Cause having your hands free and not having to do like this, it's so much nicer.
That's right. And for again, remote support, I need both hands.
You do.
I can't be holding the phone. And the speakerphone is no answer either.
Oh.
You remember playing with walkie-talkies as a kid? You got to push that button to talk. Only one person can talk at a time.
Yes.
Well, that's kind of what the speaker is like.
Okay.
So really, you can't interject. I can't ask for a word to be repeated. So by using a headset, you have a much smoother two-way conversation with folks.
Okay.
And then some of the newer so-called geek desks can let you stand for a while, sit for a while.
Yes.
For instance, my wife has a so-called geek desk, and she presses a button. There's different memory levels for how high the desk is.
Okay, so she must have a nice one.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, it's okay.
We have one in the office where I work, and my our office assistant uses it, and it's manual.
Oh, so there's
she's like
a crank.
She's like turning the thing, but I'll notice she'll be sitting down for a minute, and she'll sit, and then she'll be like, oh, I need to stand up, and then she stands up and she just raises the desk up, and I'm like, I guess that is pretty cool.
That's right.
Because you can keep working. It's not like you're taking a break where you have to stand up. You can keep working.
There's some cable management issues we need to look at when doing that. For instance, if your computer tower is on the floor, you don't want to be stretching those cables.
Yeah.
But once that's set up correctly, then yes, you can sit for a while, you can stand for a while, and then that third posture, which I talk about in my article, is actually just leaving the desk altogether. To do some other things.
Okay, so taking a little break to walk away.
That's right, yes.
Which is important.
So a combination of all these things can make doing your job a lot more comfortable. And, folks sometimes don't connect the fatigue that they're feeling to discomfort at the workstation.
I would say that's probably true.
Yeah.
That's probably true. You just work, I'm trying to get this work done. You just work and you're focused. And then you, at the end of the day, like I was, you're like, what is the matter with me? You don't even realize.
Right.
Maybe it's a combination of all these things that you've been doing for 6 to 8 hours?
Well, and COVID really brought that on when we saw sort of a quick effort to start working from home. And people are setting up laptops at the kitchen table, working on a nightstand. And a lot of discomfort there. And now that folks are staying at home and actually making this a career move, then they're starting to upgrade their home offices to have a situation where you can sit there for many hours a day and not feel fatigued.
Well, I'll tell you, this all sounds to me like what my husband always says, pay for quality and cry once.
That's right.
So go ahead and get the things that you need so that you feel much better by the end of the day, right?
Cry once.
Pay for quality and cry once. That's what we say at my house. So, I don't know how that's going to turn out for my kids. They're growing up with that, but maybe they won't have the fatigue and stuff. Get the right stuff immediately. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.